Hi, do you remember me? Actually, I'm Benazir Khan, aka Han Bibi. My RuneScape character name is Han Bibi, and one of my 99s is cooking. So I have 99 cooking in real. Um, and anyway, I'm sending my shouts out to my family. Assalamu alaikum, guys. And and also sending shouts out to both friends in friends in RuneScape and in real. Um, Actually, I'm going to give a brief cooking demonstration. I'm going to show you how to make mustard stock, otherwise mustard greens. But I'm using this recipe that I had found out of all recipes, from another user. Actually, I sit there and I took so many recipes out of that site, and I saved them. I pinned them on Pinterest. Here, I'm going to show you just a minute. This is my iPad I use, and this is the recipe that I do. Um, but anyway, there's times I embellish it to make it my own. So, people don't think I'm making a copy off of anybody else. So, anyway, it's very hot in here, and I got my duplicate on for a reason. Okay, first of all, I have some mustard greens right here that I had that I had that I had damn that I had don't tell me I'm getting old. I have some mustard greens here that I already um chopped, and before that I picked it and I had cleaned it, so they're already clean and everything. Um anyway, I have some olive oil here in the pan already put ahead of time before I started the camera rolling. Oh, I'm looking for my mustard oil. It's here somewhere. Jeez. Here it is. Here's some mustard oil. Um, because I'm going to use half a tomato and half an onion for this recipe, because I'm also going to make a fish curry after this. But that one, I would have to make a separate video for that, or just do it like off camera. Um, this one is going to be very, very brief. I put mustard oil in here. I'm putting one whole chili pepper right there and crushing it in my hands like this. I have measuring cups and spoons. I don't use that, they're collecting dust. I really don't need. Um, anyway, in RuneScape, there's this quest called Recipe for Disaster. Here's a pinch of Zeta. This is it means cumin in English. And kind of hard to talk while I'm doing stuff. I mean, even when I'm in RuneScape and I'm doing a Slayer task, it's hard for me to talk to somebody while I'm playing. This is what um, But anyway, this is a cooking video, so we're going to concentrate on cooking here. So anyway, this is how I cut my onions. Ow! Oh, that was a mishap. Ouch. Oh. Note to self, don't get clumsy and drop stuff in hot oil. Okay, this is the only time I would use a tiny spoonful, but I'm just like putting like a tiny dab of salt in here just to help caramelize the onion. Well, it would get it done faster. That's what that's what I'm saying. You know, like I had, some kind of problem with my kidneys, and I'm, trying to make sure that my potassium levels and everything don't go up, but they normaled out, but I'm still not taking any chances. Okay, the onions right here, they're brown. My fingers, they hurt. Ouch. Here's a mortar and pestle. In Henko, we call this a lumbi. Anyway, from the music you hear in the background, yeah, I listen to various different types of music. Ouch. Actually, I said in Pashto, I said my hand hurts. Anyway, I should slightly mash this garlic because it'll make the peel come off and feel a lot easier. You know, actually, all these spices, the cumin and the whole red chili, you can get this in any Indian Pakistani grocery store. I mean, this is just like, don't let it fool you. The best cumin you can get is the best cinnamon you can get at the Indian Pakistani grocery store. Um, Hello? Oh. My video cut off on me. Well, Google, they pretty much can always botch my strings. And, if you've seen my Kachalu Pera the video, which is, the taro chutney, mashing the garlic. This beats having to sit there and drag out a food processor and or blender. Um, and let me show you. Okay, this is how the onions and everything else like that's supposed to look. Do you see? Here, I'll show you like this. It's supposed to be like this. You see, it's caramelized. Because, one thing, the all recipes site says either use ghee. I got some dalda ghee here, but I choose not to use because, this is, a healthier version of, this, mustard green dish. Now, for a lot of people that don't know, especially anyway, Jagex is owned by, is a British company. It's Jagex Game Studios. And there's this one quest I had done a long time ago called Recipe for Disaster. And in this quest, anyone who does this quest, that their reward is that they can either use spices or curry leaves and put it in a stew. Why on earth is this going on? So, anyway, anyway, this will be too long of a video to sit there and make, like 2 dishes in here. But I would have to, like, oh my God, it is so hot in here. It's hot outside too. So anyway, back to what I was saying about the quest. That So actually, on this, this particular quest, okay, you meet up with Evil Dave, and in order to free him, you have to make him stew. Um, bear in mind also he's a picky eater, and he wants a stew that's totally evil. I'm like, oops, I'm giving away a spoiler, but this time I really don't care. So anyway, I put the lid on it so I can cook a little, so and I can sit down and I can finish telling you what's going on here with this quest, okay, that I did. So anyway, that I really wanted to slap Evil Dave, or at least my my character wanted to badly, because Evil Dave really got on my nerves, and he gets on everybody else's nerves too. So anyway, I mean, at this time when I did Recipe for Disaster, I was getting very close to getting like, I think I was like 97 cooking or something like that. But I have to say, after I got done with this quest, then I wasted no time but to stay in stay in Living Rock Cavern so I can catch more rocktails so I can cook them. But anyway, because usually if you're like 95 cooking plus to get 99 cooking in RuneScape, cook those rocktails. And later on they come in handy. And because those rocktails I was cooking and everything else like that, and I had to, I really needed them when I was doing, because when you do some of the quests, you really do need rocktails, to really push give your life points up. But I mean, because because after completion of Recipe for Disaster, you get to either put orange, brown, red, yellow spice, and each one of them give you your random boost to your stats. Sometimes they'll sit there and they'll lower your stats, so you got to be careful, and you got to have it pays to have super restore pots on you. But and then like with to make a RuneScape version of the curry, you take the actual stew and you use a curry leaf on the stew, and that will give you a curry, and the curries heal up a lot of life points too. It's very filling. But in Indian Pakistani cooking, the real version of curries, and Gisko move, this is part of a real Indian cooking. But even though I don't use curry leaves there, but the next recipe that I want to cook, I wanted to show, but I'll do that a little later, is with the fish curry. That has curry leaves in it. So, but in certain Indian cooking like vada, which I like lentil fritters, but they're bigger, and it's like a lentil donut. It's delicious. Especially to eat with sambar, and which is it's a lentil vegetable soup, and it's very spicy, but it's the bomb. But anyway, because when these greens get done, I'm going to show you how I'm going to show you how it's looking, and then I'm going to have to sit there and say bye to everybody. Because actually right now I'm stirring the mustard greens. And if you're gonna, oh, here's my personal note. If you want to cook turnip greens, add a pinch of jaggery to it. It would take the bitterness out of the turnip greens. Or because actually I have gotten off the white sugar for I've gotten off the white sugar for health reasons, and I use the turbidano sugar, and that's okay to use also. And the jaggery is nothing but but brown sugar. Because turnip greens can get a little bit bitter, but this is not turnip greens I'm cooking. These are mustard greens, and anyway, I can't wait till these greens are done. Because I can tell you in advance, these greens, they're great to eat with mekki karoti or whatever. It's like flat Indian Pakistani cornbread, and it looks like similar to like that of a Mexican tortilla. And actually chapati is very good for this. Actually, I'm going to taste a little of this. Washing the spoon. One thing, when you handle food, you gotta be clean. You gotta wash your hands and everything. Getting there. But as I have to say is, far as cooking in real, I enjoy cooking a lot. I mean, there's times girl gets tired too, and one thing, well, I've been told I'm like my grandmother, my paternal grandmother when I cook. I got measuring cups and spoons, but I don't use. They collect dust. Everything is a pinch here and a pinch there. A handful of this, a handful of that. And you know something? It comes out great. So, you know, it's just like if someone say I cook just like her, I'm like, oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Um, anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to check these greens one more time. It should be about done. Okay, so the greens had cooked down. And this is how it looks like. Because it tremendously reduced. Remember, it was like almost overflowing the pot when I put it in there. And here's a little bit of the juice. Whereas like in some certain areas in the southern parts of the United States, call it liqueur. So, and you know, to be very honest with you, like, you know, babies when you know they crumble up cornbread and they put the liqueur over, you know, the pot liquor over the cornbread and give it to the babies. Um, but I have to say, my youngest daughter was one of those babies I had to do that to because she refused to eat baby food. But she turned out to be healthy, so so anyway, I'm like, hi Mercedes, if you're watching this video. So anyway, I'll just gonna say bye bye for now. Thanks for watching.